Hi, family. Welcome back to my channel. Today, we're going to be talking about beauty and what is beauty. Well, beauty is Christ. Beauty is all that He is, all that He does. He is beautiful in His creation, He is beautiful in His faithfulness, He is consistent, and we just love God's beauty. That's the real beauty. But today, we're going to be just discussing our personal views of what beauty is. So I'm going to start out. I have a few of my family members and friends who just reached out and gave me their version of what beauty is. So I'm just going to go a little bit on what I wrote and we're going to just talk about it, okay? So, beauty. What is beauty? Beauty for me is embracing your season. And what season is that? Whatever season you're in. Because I believe that that season that you're in is preparing you or is preparation for the next step in your life. Right now, for me, I'm going through like a season of loneliness. I heard over the years through pastors and leaders and ministers how they talk about when you start ministry, how lonely it is, and people are for you until they have to actually be for you. So right now, I'm kind of just dealing with that season of loneliness, but I'm embracing it because I told the Lord that no matter what, who's here, who's not here, I have to be obedient, and I am committed to doing His work because I one enjoy it, two it gives me a sense of peace. Three, it is like my therapy for me because when I encourage other people, it really helps, me and my situation or whatever I'm going through. So I really love to encourage others. So that's why I do what I do. So, and another one is beauty is being confident in who you are, daring to own your own truth. No matter uh, if you're made up, makeup, or no matter if you're sitting around in yoga pants and a t-shirt, eating ice cream or popcorn, whatever it is, you just have to know your self-worth and know that beauty is not in MAC. It's not in Ulta. It's not in Maybelline or CoverGirl, whatever you use. It's not in that. Beauty is within. It's inside, and that is one of the things that I've noticed that even through the feedback that I got, a lot of the feedback was pretty much stating it's about inner beauty. Another one is not being afraid of being obedient to the Lord. Sometimes we have friends who are not really in church, but they say, I'm a Christian and I love the Lord, and and then you have a group of people who really goes to church and serve the Lord. So when you with that group of people, you're gun ho for Christ. But when you're with your other friends who are, kind of, straddling the fence a little bit, and you kind of, are iffy, you go back and forth. So beauty is owning who you are, being truthful to what you believe and not caring about what anybody else do or say or how they even feel about what beauty is or whatever your motivation is in doing what it is that you do. So another thing, um speaking life, to me, that is one of the most beautiful things that you can do for your children is speak over your children. Tell them that they are amazing. Tell them that they are beautiful. Tell them that they can do anything that they set their mind and heart to do. Even if they have failures, even if they fall, or even if they kind of stray away a little bit, you always have to let them know that I'm there, just like Christ did for us. He's always there. And we mess up all the time, every day, all day. We have to go to the Lord and repent or ask for forgiveness for something that we've done, or we should, right? So just letting our children know how much we love them, speaking life into them, just covering them, praying over them, and just, letting them know that they are amazing. And to me, that's beautiful support. is beautiful. Honesty. And honesty is one of whoo, one of my favorite parts of beauty. Just not blaming others for your shortcomings, not pointing a finger at nobody, just owning what you've done. And honesty to me is so beautiful. So just saying, hey, I made a mistake, or hey, I did this, that, and the other, and I'm going to own up to what I did and then push forward. But when we do something, we want to blame everybody. We take on, this is the one that I've seen over the years, is that I had a friend, and she asked me about a guy that she was planning on dating. And you know I knew this guy a long time. I grew up with this guy. I know what he was about. I know what he wasn't about because I've known him for so many years, and he has been consistent in his behavior. So they asked me, should I date him or should I, because he's really talking the game, and, oh, he looks good, and, should I do it? And I'm like, no, I'm telling you, I know you're an adult. I know you're gonna do what you want to do, but you asked. So now that you've asked, I'm going to tell you, okay, don't do it. I know this person, and I know what he is about. So if you still want to go after it, you got to use wisdom, caution, take your time, know how far you want to go. But I'm just letting you know that this is not a good idea. Long story short, she dated him, and she dated him for a while, and he wind up being everything and then something. I told her. But what happened was, instead of her coming saying, thank you for looking out, because no, she was angry at me. She was mad because, I don't know, maybe because I told her, what happened. I'm not sure. However, she was angry that I kind of, let her know what he was about. So I don't know, y'all. I know we all have people like that in our lives who you try to talk to, you try to encourage, you try to uplift them, you try to tell them, look, don't go that way, don't go left, go right. And they still do what they want. And then later they blame you for it. Therefore, I said that to say this: God gives us choices. And he's such a gentleman. He never enforces anything on us. So the thing is for us to do, when we make that mistake, own it. You did it. It was you. Nobody forced you. Nobody made you. You did it. Own it and then go forward. So what we're going to do right now, I'm going to read some of my great feedback that I've gotten. I just, asked a few people what they thought beauty was. So I'm going to read the first one that I have, and it is from Miss Angie Cox. That's my baby girl, y'all, in case y'all didn't know. She says, to me, beauty is appreciating and accepting someone in their whole entirety, not just the so called good part. A lot of people associate beauty with perfection, but I think there's a lot of beauty when someone loves us through our little quirks. Like if you talk a lot, like a whole lot, and the other person may not be interested, but they listen anyway. That to me is beautiful. It says, hey, I don't know what you're talking about, but I love you, so I'm going to listen regardless. Or maybe if somebody gets frustrated really easy and and you give them space instead of arguing and making it worse, that's beautiful. I wish there was some kind of words to describe this, because all people need love and acceptance. But not many people give it because they only want the perfect side of people, not the human side. The best example I have is my parents. I know they get on each other's nerves, they disagree on things, and they have different interests, but they love each other anyway. And to me, that is the ultimate standard of something beautiful. Thank you, Angie, for your feedback. I have another one from um, my oldest girl, Miss Amber. She says, My idea is found in someone's character, actions, and motives, not always a person's outer appearance. My mom, for example, displays the characteristics of both inner and outer beauty. She has a strong love for people and God that reflects the way she treats others with the utmost kindness. Even if a person shows malice towards her, she still chooses to stand by them and give an encouraging word whenever possible. My mom always put people's need above her own and loves her family to the fullest. She is a great example of true beauty. Thank you, Peanut, for your feedback. All right, we have Mr. Rodney Cox. That's my husband. All right, so Rodney says, I would say before I met my wife, my idea of what true beauty truly meant was an incomplete view coming from the world. True enough, I saw her physical beauty, but after really getting to know her, I saw how she cared for people in general. In the way she treats people she encounters with encouraging words or a caring gesture. She has a great inward beauty that makes me want to be better. That's true beauty for me. Thank you, Rodney, for your loving, encouraging words. I have more. I'm going to go ahead and start out with my good friend, Miss Pumpkin. Hey, Pumpkin. Danielle Hill. Danielle, what do you got to say about beauty? Danielle says, beauty for me starts with how you feel about yourself. Your confidence, makeup, clothes, etc., is an enhancement or empowerment which could be changed or altered. Your inner beauty is more important. It's the core of who you are. If your core is unattractive, so is the outer being. That's awesome. Thank you, Miss Danielle. All right, my sweet niece, Miss Brittany Harris. She says, beauty for me starts on the inside. It's the inner conversations, how you view yourself, and then it becoming an outward expression. It's confidence. It's being okay with not being perfect. And it's knowing how to laugh at yourself and be okay with you, regardless of what someone else say. I love, love, love that. Thank you. And I have my sweet Uncle Jay. Y'all, Uncle Jason too. So I told him that I was going to read them both. So the first one, Uncle Jay said, give me one moment. He said, people always say it's in the eye of the beholder. I say beauty is the feeling you get when God gives you what you prayed for. You both know when you look into each other's eyes. Not so much outer, which plays a very important part, but inner beauty. That comes from God. It's how God loves us, who gave his only begotten Son for our sake. That's true love. I love it. And Uncle Jay says, he has another one. Let me see. Alrighty. Kim, yesterday you asked about beauty. Beauty is looking out at God creation, the home God supplied for his greatest creation. We are the ones that should see. He made us in his image. How beautiful for a father to say, look at my children. I see myself and everyone around to see you in him. That's beauty. That's awesome. I have another one. Miss Zahara, Miss Z Romero. Hey Z, thank you so much. She says, give me one moment. Beauty means falling in enlightenment to the way someone smiles, how someone carries themselves, or the simplicity of joys that make the smile on your face curve really high on both ends. That's beautiful. So, pretty much what I got out of everybody's feedback, that it was so much more about inner beauty, God's creation, what God has done, even creating us in his image. And they said that to them that's beautiful. And I think every person that sent feedback is correct because that's how you view beauty through your eyes. And it was beautiful. I appreciate you guys so much. I love you guys. I pray for strength over you. I pray that God will bless you and keep you all the days of your life. You stay safe, and I'll see you next week. I love you, family.